here with the long-awaited home updates. Y'all have been asking to see the house, what's going on with the house, is there any more decor? Yes, I finally have some for you guys. There have been a ton of changes over the past few months, and enough that I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and share. I was gonna try to wait until it was done, but I'm like, why are you waiting? It looks amazing as is. So if you're new here, I purchased a home sometime in March. I think it was like middle to the end of March, somewhere around there. And so there were some changes that I did want to make. The only thing about the house that I really hated was like the backsplash in the kitchen. So when I looked into changing the backsplash, and then I wanted to change the countertops, and then I wanted to extend the cabinets, there were just some things that I wanted to do to make the house my own, to make it look like Nita. You know, again, I loved my home. I thought it was beautiful, but just like you get any kind of new house, apartment, renting, owning, doesn't matter. You want to make your space look like your own, and so I went ahead and did that. So today we'll be talking about the home updates in pretty much like what I call the common area, which is the living room, the kitchen, and the dining room. I may also show you guys there have been updates in the office, and then I did make some changes to Jada's room. I don't know if I'll share those in this video or in another, but yeah, let's go ahead and hop into it. Before we get into it, I will link everything that I can in the description box down below, but I did work with an interior designer on the main area, which is again the living room, the kitchen, and the dining room. So she sourced the items and everything, and she, you know, contracted to work out and all of that kind of stuff. So I don't necessarily know where everything is from. I did ask her if she would mind, you know, sending me links to share with you guys. She said she wouldn't mind, but you know, she said certain things she purchased from her own vendors. So again, check the description box down below. I will share what I can, but if I cannot share it or you don't see it, that means I do not know. This is something that she did and I paid her to do it, so that's that on that, okay? All right, so let's hop into the updates. All right, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started in the kitchen because I feel like that's like the focal point when you walk into my house. And a lot has changed here in itself, so we'll start here. So let me just go through all of the major changes in here. We changed the countertops, I changed the backsplash, and then I did extend the cabinets in here. That was kind of like the most expensive and the most major change that has been made in here. Originally, the countertops in here were granite, I think. Was it granite countertops, girl? I don't know. They were like gray with like specks in them. They were not bad, it just wasn't my favorite. And then the backsplash, which is what I just could not stand about the kitchen, it was gray tile, and it just reminded me of bathroom tile. So again, it wasn't horrible. I just, again, wanted to change it. So, y'all, I absolutely love this backsplash. Oh, my nails match. Okay, but I love the backsplash. I feel like it looks amazing. I feel like it looks luxurious. I can't say how much I can't stress just how much I love the backsplash, okay? And then of course the countertops. So when I saw the model home, one of the model homes that I saw, they had black countertops with white cabinets, and I fell in love, and I knew from that point on, whatever home I got, I knew I wanted black countertops. I just loved how it looked. I think black is so sexy, it gives grown and sexy vibes, and I knew that's what I wanted. So when I spoke with my interior designer, her name is Sierra, so if I refer to her as Sierra, that's who I'm speaking to. When we had our consultation, I knew, I was like, if I don't do nothing else, I know I want black countertops. I didn't know what backsplash I wanted, but I knew I wanted it to flow with the black countertops. Like, that was what I knew I wanted. So she chose this. She gave me a few different options, but we went with this one. I love the white veining in it. I feel like it brings the white together with the gold and everything, and it just looks so good. Another thing that you guys will see that we did is change out the sink. Originally, everything was stainless steel here, but we went ahead and changed it to, it's like a dark titanium sink, or looks more black. And then you'll see that the hardware here is gold. And again, I love it. I feel like it just looks luxurious and sexy and elegant, and I just love it so much. I do. Okay, so the next thing that we did was we extended the countertops. So yeah, so this was, you know, it's pretty self-explanatory. They contracted out someone to build those cabinets, and then he came in, took the trim off, added that on top, put the trim back, you know, put that in there with the glass and all that good stuff. And it looks so, so good. I have not decided exactly what I want to put up there, if anything. I was thinking maybe like some, not china, but you know, like some aesthetic looking glassware or something. I don't know, maybe plants, I don't know, but I just love the way it looks. I feel like it kind of brings your eyes up when you walk in. And for me personally, I feel like it just makes the home look even more luxurious and just expensive, okay? It's even expensive. Yeah, and then as far as the hardware, we chose, I'll come over here. I am cooking dinner, okay? Just ignore the crock pot, ignore the crock pot. But I went ahead and went with this hardware. I went with this one with the black, with the gold on the side, because I just felt like it flowed with bringing in both the elements of black and gold in here. Again, I did work with an interior designer, so she sent me over a few options of the hardware to choose, and then I went with this one. But yeah, so if you've never worked with an interior designer before, because I hadn't, so I didn't know how they worked, what happens is you have a consultation, and then you give them ideas, or if you have none, they can kind of present you some. You can send over like a mood board, or like, you know, some ideas from Instagram or Pinterest or whatever it is if you like certain things, so they can get a feel for your taste. So that's exactly what I did. I told her with the kitchen that I wanted black countertops. I didn't necessarily have like inspiration pictures because I didn't want it to look like the typical Instagram house. And then I was also very adamant about the fact that we do live in our home. Like, I host here, my family comes over, and I do want it to look nice and luxe. I want to be able to shoot content in my house and stuff like that, but we live here, and that's my priority. I don't want it to just be this museum, you know. I want it to look nice, but it is our home, and I want it to be able to be lived in. So I wanted to merge luxury, fabulousness, Nita Danielle-ness with, you know, comfort and homey. And so I feel like the mock-up that she gave me, which, like I said, she chose all of this stuff. She gave me options, but when she sent the mock-up, I was like, she nailed it to a T. So yeah. So I also will say that the again, ignore the crock pot, y'all, but this decor, she did purchase this and put this up. I love how she did this. She put the Stella Rosa bottles in there. But yeah, she chose all of this decor, and I really like it. I think it looks so good. I think it's gonna look really nice when I start hosting and everything. All right, y'all, so let's talk about this monkey. So again, Sierra brought this monkey in as part of the decor, and I was like, girl, okay, I don't know about the monkey. Like, I don't know. Like, I like the idea of having this white like statue here with the fruit holder, but I just don't know about this monkey. So it's been here for like 2 weeks, and my family, they're like, oh, okay, but you know, I don't know, some people like it, some people don't. I honestly don't know how I feel about it. Like, at first I was like, I don't know, and then also, being honest, black people and monkeys, we just don't have a good history. So I don't know how I feel about that, but I like the idea of something white here. So I told her, I was like, let me sleep on it, because they do have to come back and finish a few things up. But we'll see. And then also, you'll see these little coasters. I've had these for a few years, but I put them out because, y'all, black countertops are a B to like maintain and keep clean. I feel like just similar to how with a black car you can see like any speck of dust and stuff like that, black countertops are the same way. Also, like if you have lotion, when you sit, it always like, anyway, I don't have any regrets about getting it. I love the way it looks, but just being honest, this is quartz, and it's a little tedious to keep clean, especially if you're kind of, I'm not OCD, but I'm kind of particular about my house, and I try to keep these as clean as possible. But even now, like, I put some lotion on my hands and I can see my handprint here. So just something to think about if you're looking at black countertops. It could also be the lighting, because you don't see that on the others. It's more so this one in the center, and I think it's probably the lights looking down. Yeah. Oh, speaking of, we did change out the pendant lights here. These were just like a white pendant light, and then we did choose this larger gold one. At first, I thought I wanted more pendant lights, because I feel like they look so small in relation to the space, but she suggested to go with these larger ones, because she said that when we put larger ones, it would look bigger in the space, and it actually really does. So yeah, yeah, this is the kitchen so far. Oh, well, since we're here, I did go with these gray bar stools because as you'll see as we continue to go through the house, the kitchen is pretty much done. I don't know if you guys could see on here, the only thing that needs to be done is for them to touch up and caulk the sides of the backsplash. And I think, what else? I think that's it, the kitchen will be done. Oh, I also don't think I noted, sorry. I don't know if I also noted for you guys that we did go ahead and paint this black. As you can see as we go through the house, there's a theme of black. I told y'all I love black. I think it's so grown and sexy. So we did go ahead and paint this black, changed out the doorknob to black. The hinges will be changed to black. The hinges that they got originally, I forget it was something with the hinges, but these will be changed to black eventually. But we have the black door, changed the handles to black, and I love it. So this is the kitchen. I'm so pleased, I'm so happy. This is the most expensive project of everything that I've done in this house, but it was literally worth every penny. I love my kitchen. So let's move on. Alright, so next I'm going to show you guys the dining room. We're going to start with probably the thing that people talk about the most when they see the dining room, and it is this situation here. Again, all of this was Sierra's doing. I just kind of told her what I wanted, and these little intricate details she, did in the mock-up, and she did an amazing job. So, I love this. I feel like it brings some interest to the dining room. It's beautiful. I love the mirrors. My daughter loves to put her face in the mirror. I just cleaned it before we started filming because she loves to go look at herself in the mirror. She's such a little diva. And I just really feel like it brings some interest to the space. It's different. I don't feel like I've seen anything like this in anyone's home. And again, one of the things I really wanted with me going with a lot of black and white and knowing how popular that is, I really wanted my home to be different. So like I said, this is different to me because I personally haven't seen it. I'm not saying nobody's done it. I love to come for people. I didn't say nobody's done it. I just said I hadn't seen it. So love this. And then here's our table. Black table, dome table. We have our cream chairs. I love these chairs so much now. I know someone's gonna ask, how do you keep these things clean? We have had these chairs for 2 or 3 weeks? 2 or 3 weeks, something like that. I scotch guarded them. I did 2 coats, if not 3. So far it's been pretty good. I did get makeup on one of the chairs, like it was on my hands and I touched the chair, and I just used some, there's this spray they sell it at Home Depot. I'll have to insert a picture or something, but I used that spray and I just wiped it off, and it literally came right off. So yeah, I just scotch guarded them because again, you live in this home. I don't want to have anything in here where I don't want people sitting down and stuff like that. That's not this type of home. I want everything to be functional. People can sit down, people feel comfortable eating, and not like you scared to eat because you don't want to get something on the chair. It's not that deep. So yeah, we have the chairs, and then I like how we brought in the pop of color with these little faux flowers here. So also in the dining room, you see that we did change out the light fixture, and I will say we have changed out the light fixtures pretty much in the entire house. There are 2 or 3 places where the light fixtures are not changed, and it's not that I'm not changing them, I just haven't changed them yet. But we went with this light fixture. I think it's really cute. I like the fact that it's modern, but it's still kind of like, luxurious and elegant. And yeah, this is the dining room. The only additional thing that would be going up in here is drapes. You will see that there aren't any drapes in the living room or the dining room just yet because the drapes were not ready. Yeah, I can't wait for you to see them. The material looks so good. It's really gonna set off the house. But there will be drapes here. And that would be the finishing touch for here. The only additional thing that I'm thinking about adding is possibly a bar cart or something here. Ignore the Zevo, okay? Because bugs. But I'm thinking about doing like a bar cart or something. But again, I do have a young child. I mean, she's 6 and she knows, but still, like, I just don't believe in putting stuff out for people to get into and then you're mad because they got into it. So I don't know about that, but that's something I'm thinking about bringing. And then also here, we did do black trim on the door, and then we did change again the handles here to black, and like I said, the hinges will be changed to black as well to go with the rest of the home. Eventually all of the doors and hinges in the entire house will be black. I'm just kind of doing them one at a time, well, not one at a time, but I'm doing them kind of here and there because it's a little pricey, okay? I've spent enough money. So That's the living and dining room. Let's go into the living room. Next we have the living room, and I'll start with kind of the focal point and where I feel like she kind of pulled the colors from is this artwork that we picked out, or rather Sierra picked this out again. I didn't pick it out, y'all. I just gave her the color scheme. And I don't know if I told y'all, the color scheme that I told her I wanted to work with was black, white, and cognac. Again, because I feel like this grown and sexy. And so when I saw this artwork, I was like, oh, it's perfect because it has the black, white, and cognac that I originally wanted. So I feel like these are just focal points, and we pulled from these to bring the house together. I love the size of them, they're huge, and I feel like it kind of brings, again, some interest to the living room, and I really like it. And we also have, you know, the little lights above. These are not hardwired. I know for sure these are, you know, you find these on Amazon, and they have a remote control. I typically don't really turn them on at night because they're a little bit bright. So yeah, but they are really cute, and they can give a little bit of a sexy vibe at night. So now let's get into the rest of the living room. All right, so this is where we are so far. I think I told you guys we are gonna have drapes. They're not up here yet, but we will have drapes here. And then I kept this couch. If you guys have been around for a while, I ordered this couch when I was in my apartment from Living Spaces, and I just brought it here. I was originally going to go with a cognac couch, but the ones that we found, although they were stunning, very modern. I mean, I love the couch, y'all, but they didn't have any that I could test out to sit. And again, comfort was important for me because we live here. We do, you know, sit on the couch when my family comes over. Like the guys in the family, they sit here and watch the TV. Football season is approaching, so they'll be here watching TV. And I want to make sure that people are comfortable. I do not want furniture or anything in my home that's just cute and it doesn't serve a purpose. So it was important for me to find a comfortable couch, and we just could not find any where they had a couch in store for me to go sit on and make sure that it's not just cute but comfortable. So I ended up just keeping the sofa that I have from Living Spaces because it's super comfortable. In full transparency, I do not like the material of this sofa. Because it's woven, it gets these little, like I need to do it now. You don't have to, don't zoom in. Okay. But it has these little balls that I have to go in and use. What is that thing? That the shaver for like your clothes and stuff. I have to do that all the time. This couch is just very high maintenance, okay? So I love the couch. It's super comfortable. I love the L shape, the section of the whole shebang. I just wish I would have gotten a different material. But we're gonna work with it for now. Again, I spent enough money. I was like, girl, we'll do that later. So she brought in these pillows again to go with the theme of the black, white, and cognac. I love them so much. I don't know what size these are, but they just look really good on the couch, and it just goes to kind of bring in that black, white, and cognac elements that I wanted. Another feature in the living room that I absolutely love is the coffee table, y'all. I love the way she styled this. I never would have thought to put this little magnifying glass here. Jada loves this magnifying glass. And I also never would have thought to put the candles here. And then also I love that these are like boxes. So we keep our remotes in here. Both of these are boxes so I can move them around if I wanted to, but we keep the remotes in there to keep them hidden and help it look aesthetically pleasing at all times. All right, so since we ended up keeping the white sofa, because originally the design she sent had a cognac couch and like beautiful gray chairs. When I just told her, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna keep this sofa. She said, okay, well, let's do cognac chairs again to bring some of the cognac into the space. So she sent me a few options, and this is the one that I went with. I just thought it was interesting looking. I hadn't really seen, I'm not gonna say I didn't see anything like it, but I hadn't seen one in person like this. This looks like something you would see like in a magazine, in my opinion. It's really big. I love the fact that it does this, and literally every child that comes to my house likes that too. So I don't care though, I let them do their thing, child. I did Scotch Guard this as well, if you're wondering. I actually did waste something on it today, and I got that little spray and wiped it right off. So if you're wondering how the material holds up, I've had this in here for like 3 weeks, and it's been just fine. That's the only dirt that's gotten on it, but I did Scotch Guard it again 2 or 3 coats, and so far so good. But it is pretty comfy, so. All right, so we mounted the TV. I think this is a new TV. This is a 65-inch TV. I'm not gonna lie, when I saw it at the store, I was like, ooh, that's a big old TV, but it actually works in the space. So this has been mounted since I got here. And then the guy who mounts my TVs, he's mounted them actually for every apartment I've been in. What I love about John, his name is John, I'll ask him if he's okay with me sharing his information, and if so, I will put it in the description box down below, because this is like part-time. He does contract work like for a daytime job. But anyway, what I love about John is that when he moves the TVs, he goes into the old place and like patches it and everything. Also, when John puts the TVs up, he makes sure that no wires are hanging. So he'll like drill holes behind there. And I think there's like an extension cord or something behind here. So all of the plugs are here. So John did this before they came in. But what they did do was go ahead and give me this little not give me, but they put the fireplace in. I did have one of these in my previous apartment as well, but it was shorter, so it wouldn't work in this space. So we went ahead and got a longer one to work in this space. Now, what I will have John come in and do, I don't like how these are here. Of course, these just came with the place, right? I don't like how you can see these, so I'm gonna ask him to come in and see how he can do something with the plugs, because I don't want to see that. And I'm actually thinking about having them paint this black, because I just don't want to see that down there. So yeah, also we have our little faux olive tree here. This is the speaker that goes with our sound bar. And then we have this rug. I really like the rug. I like the color of it, and I feel like it really kind of goes to tie in the living room. Now we have to talk about the focal point of all of this, and it is this black wall. So I knew that I wanted something on this wall. I wasn't quite sure if I wanted it to be painted or if I wanted some wallpaper or what, but I love the black wall. Again, I told y'all I wanted grown and sexy vibes, and I feel like this is giving grown and sexy, so they did go ahead and paint this thing here. Now what I love about my house are these floating shelves that we put with here, and the decor. You guys, I absolutely love the decor that she chose for these, especially the lady in the frame up there. I think it's so cute. And again, I think it just gives some extra interest to the living room, because I know a lot of people do like the shelves on both sides of the TV, but since I don't really have the space for that because of the way the living room is set up, I really like how we have the floating shelves here, and I feel like it brings visual interest to just how high the ceilings are in here, and you know, just another focal point for the living room. So in addition to that, we did go ahead and change out the light fixture in the living room. I told y'all we changed all the light fixtures. It was just a silver fan, and I was torn between doing a fan or a light fixture because I live in Texas and it gets hot AF here, okay? But I realized as I lived here that I did not ever turn on the ceiling fan in here. I do turn it on in the rooms, but I literally never use the ceiling fan in here. So I went ahead and went with this modern modular situation. I don't want to call it a chandelier because I don't feel like it's a chandelier, but I think it's cute. I think it goes with the space, and I'm glad that I chose it. And if push comes to shove, you know, I can always change it out to a fan. But again, we are in trip, like today is actually 103 or something like that, and we still don't use the fan in here. We cut the air down, okay? So yeah, that's the living room. All right, babes, so that is our home updates. Like I said, I feel like this is the majority of the work that's been done. I'll go ahead and do a separate video with the office reveal and, you know, some of the other things that we changed around the house, because there has been a lot of work. But yeah, I'm so excited about the updates. And then I actually got a text from from Sierra about an hour before I started filming this, and she said that the hardware would be here Saturday for them to go ahead and put the drapes up. So hopefully by the time this comes out, you guys will see it actually with the drapes to get the full shebang. But if not, I'll show you guys, I'm sure in a vlog or something. I don't think I'll do like a dedicated video to show y'all drapes. It's not that deep. But yeah, so I will also have Sierra's information in the description box down below if you're looking for interior decorating services. This is not sponsored. I paid with my own money, honey. I wish it was. I could have used a sponsorship. Jesus would be a sponsorship, but if you're looking, I will leave their information down below. I found her on Instagram. And we just went from there. What I will say, she is pregnant, and then her husband did have surgery on his leg. So I do know that they're taking some time off. So if you hit her up and you don't get a response or they're taking a little long, that's why. Please give people grace, y'all. Like, People have lives just like we do. So hit them up, and they're on break, or takes a moment, just give them time. Like I said, she is pregnant and her husband did have surgery. So like I will say, my project was delayed because of that. Her husband is the general contractor, and there was work that he typically does that they had to contract out. So my project took longer than I anticipated, but they did an amazing job. I have no regrets. Like, I love my house, y'all, for real. Like, and everybody that comes in here loves it too. So, not that they need it to. It's mine. I spend my money, but I just love the fact that it just looks like me. It looks like our home, and it just looks the way that I wanted it to look. So anyhow, I will, again, check the description box below. I will have everything that I can share with you guys. And yeah. Alright, so if you haven't already, make sure you're following me on all of the socials. Instagram is at the Nita Danielle. TikTok is Nita Danielle. And make sure you subscribe and share this video with a friend that you think would enjoy the content. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I sincerely appreciate you guys so much for being just as excited about me purchasing a home for me and my daughter as we were and as I was about purchasing it myself. I sincerely appreciate you guys just for checking in on us, and your congratulations and well wishes and want to know about the house. I sincerely appreciate it, but yeah, so we're getting it together, girl. It took a minute, but again, I'm very pleased with how everything turned out. But I want to say thank you guys so much. Okay, for real.